which is absolute fact, is that the mission of that partisan witch hunt kangaroo committee, which is unduly authorized and not properly constituted and has no subpoena power, they have only one mission: to concoct a fake hoax around January 6th based on criminal charges against Trump to prevent him from running for re-election in taking back the White House in 2025 January. That's all this is about.
Hey everybody, Maz Jobrani here. So this week, Peter Navarro goes on Tucker Carlson to complain about the fact that the FBI arrested him because he was not agreeing to subpoena by the January 6th committee, because he said there was executive privilege and therefore he didn't have to comply to the subpoena. First of all, Peter, there's no executive privilege. A judge has already said there was an executive privilege that Trump can invoke to stop you from going in front of the committee. Secondly, executive privilege is waived when the person is conspiring with the president to overthrow a democratically elected government. There's no executive privilege if you walk in and go, hey, let's go kill the opponent. And then you go, executive privilege because, we were going to break the law and kill somebody, but executive privilege. Judges have already decided there's no executive privilege, Peter. Now, what's funny to me is these people, the Peter Navarros, the Michael Flynn's, the Steve Bannons, all the masterminds of the January 6th coup attempt, they are surprised when the FBI shows up. I'm surprised it's taken so long. As a brown person, as a Muslim, if a brown person or a Muslim had been behind the planning of the January 6th attempted coup, you better believe they'd be locked up already. The fact that Navarro has been able to be free for a year and a half is crazy to me. The fact that they're all still out is crazy to me. And the fact that Navarro is surprised that he was arrested is even crazier. What level of white privilege do these people have? Navarro is complaining to Tucker, saying they treated me like I was an Al-Qaeda terrorist and they locked me up and they were mean to me. You tried to overthrow the government. And then Tucker asks him, well, were you involved with January 6th? And Navarro goes, no, exactly. He didn't say no. He goes, yeah, exactly. What does that mean? The fact is, Navarro has gone on TV and talked about something he put together called the Green Bay Sweep, where he had come up with a plan on how to annul the election and put in Trump. What level of insanity do you have to have where you try to help coordinate the overthrow of a democratically elected leader, in this case Biden, and then feel emboldened enough to come out and talk about it in public? He's been on TV talking about it, and then go complain when they come after you. What level of white privilege is that? That's crazy. By the way, if you haven't, you should definitely Google Peter Navarro. All of his videos this week were so entertaining. He is the new Peter Navarro is the new Rudy Giuliani. He's now the funny, crazy guy. He's almost the pillow guy. Do you realize that a bunch of nut jobs, the pillow guy, Rudy Giuliani, Michael Flynn, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, Peter Navarro, these people became the inner circle of Donald Trump, the craziest of them all, to convince him that this plan was going to work. It's just nuts. And then he goes on Tucker, and of course Tucker says something along the lines of, I can't believe we're doing this in a civil society. This is not something we do in a civil society, implying to the arrest of Peter Navarro for not complying with the subpoena. Meanwhile, Tucker, I guess, is okay with people attacking the Capitol. That's something we do in a civil society. Tucker is okay with his network not showing the January 6th hearings because they don't want to be implicated because they were co-conspirators, really, in the whole January 6th insurrection by pushing the big lie, by first saying, Fox was one of them, first saying that the people who attacked the Capitol, they weren't even Trump supporters. They were Antifa dressed as Trump supporters. Then they said, no, it was the FBI. It was a false flag operation. Then they said they didn't mean to attack the Capitol. They got caught up in the moment. What kind of is that? What kind of is that? I don't know about you guys, but I've never been outside of a bank just using an ATM, looked over, seen a bank robber run by, made eye contact, been like, let's do this, dude. And then go in front of a judge. Your Honor, I didn't mean to rob the bank. I got caught up in the moment. I was going for $20. Decided to go for $20,000. I'm sorry, Your Honor. So let's cut all the Peter Navarro. Let's cut all the Tucker Carlson. Peter Navarro was guilty, is guilty. I hope somebody, if there's justice, he will be found guilty and serve time. He, Mike Flynn, Steve Bannon, Donald Trump, Sidney Powell, all the people who concocted this idea that the election was stolen and let it lead into an attack on the Capitol and had people kill cops. Cops died that day. Some of the people who attacked died that day. People actually died. And for these people to have the gall to sit on the side and say, no, we were in the right, and really what's happening is the Democrats are trying to stop Trump from running again. Of course he shouldn't run again. I don't care who you put up as your candidate, but Trump should not be allowed to run. He tried to overthrow a democratically elected president. He tried to end democracy. Now, if you want to run after that, then I don't know what world you're living in. Peter Navarro, one of the funniest guys on the circuit these days. He's a funny guy. You should watch all of his clips. Very funny. I'm a comedian. Peter Navarro, funniest guy on the circuit right now.